Alright, let's jump into this shit. This is going to be the first video of a multi-part series and the first video of my channel of F123. The plan here is to just go through the story in challenging and just go up through difficulties, but hopefully, we reach a point where we can compete with the big boys in ranked and, get up there, get them good track times and everything. But I'm not new to sim racing by any means, but I'm not Max Verstappen. I can't hit the golden lines and Rubik's Cube the track and whatever else those geniuses do. But the little goblin in your skull right now, it's locked in. We're locked in, and we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna start brand new, fresh. Don't know how long this video is gonna be, but you know. We gonna at least get one race in here. 1, 2. Get through the first, I forget how it's split up. I've definitely played the story. I do like the story. I think it's interesting, the take on it anyway, but I definitely like it. Now, I was in the middle of a challenging campaign. I am using lower assist levels. I honestly am pretty slow. You'll learn that over the course of this channel. I'm not dumb. I'm just slow. But we're gonna see how we'll do. We'll do hard. I know I have the braking assist turned all the way off. I know I have steering assist turned off because that honestly it's just annoying the way it tries to help you. It throws my steering off. But We're gonna pick this one. Watch. We'll go here. Oh, wrong one. We'll go here. So let's see. I've got the dynamic racing line. I got that on corners only. I don't like it when it goes through the whole track, but it's helpful on the corners. Steering assist off, braking assist off, anti-lock brakes off. I have the traction on full, so that would be the only thing that I have on, I guess. Pit release assist, yeah, that I do have that, but I do the manual pits. I've recently just binded those to my wheel. Rocking the Logitech G923. If y'all are curious about what settings I'm running, I mean it's not like anything crazy, but we've got the force feedback up there. Take a look at that. I do run a smaller, radius for my wheel, but I think a lot of people do that anyway, so I don't think I'm too different on that. One thing I wish somebody could help me out with is if anybody else has been able to get the telemetry to work with this wheel. I downloaded the Fanatec LED software, and I did the whole thing of going through the settings, matching them and whatnot, but it just doesn't seem to work. I don't know why. It's kind of disappointing, but the plan is to get a new wheel in the future. Well, let's get into this. To be open a little bit, the funny thing about this game is the Aiden Jackson. I do have his first name, which is just pretty funny. It's ironic.
It wasn't my fault. Well, whose fault was it then? He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old. You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me.
What?
He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock.
Yeah, we got ourselves a little shit starter. Yeah.
I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alpha remains Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier,
Oof.
and that looks to be the end of the race for him.
Oof,
The
oof,
Dutchman
oof.
looks to be continuing at.
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Go for third, Aiden. What about Casper?
Wheel it, Aiden, pass.
The other funny thing is that before I changed my name to Evil Engineer, it was Casper, which is also the funny thing. Like for a moment there, I kind of had a thing where like I was like, wait, did I like set these in the settings and it like took it? I don't remember. And then I was just like, oh no, these are just the names. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much though for some people that may just be getting into it and don't know the story. They can hear it maybe if they're not able to play it, because I used to be like that. If anybody was around like when Rad Brad was still, you know, coming out and playing, like especially during the Dead Space era, I feel like was his most popular, I want to say, but I wouldn't really know. I was a fan.
Bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid.
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Consport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car, the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami.
The
Grand
car
Prix.
had problems, yeah.
And it's all up for grabs.
Yeah. That is one thing. I do, again, I love the story. I do. I think it was well done, in my opinion, anyway. And that's just coming from somebody who just loves racing in general. If you guys haven't seen the Gran Turismo 8 movie, not sponsored or anything like that, obviously, but, you know, I do recommend that movie. I loved it. Me and my girlfriend watched it. We loved it. It's a long movie, but it's worth it. The story was well tailored, I feel like. Alright, let's get into this. Time for y'all to see how bad I am at this, to be honest. I'm not going to claim to be a good by any means at all. I know there's plenty of people out there that will just wreck me.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
They always say that too, I feel like, though, in the races, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I probably will, but I don't want to use it all. I'm trying to be better about that, like, not, oh, and, that's awkward. Nobody, we're not, alright, yeah, that never happened. I told y'all I was bad, alright? Also, this is excuses, but this is the first time I've been playing today. I won't restart a lot. I'll roll with the punches and everything, but I don't want to bore y'all with, like, you know, just crashing over and over again. But this is kind of a series of me trying to get better too. I really do want to get better. At least, like, remembering the tracks, getting solid lines down, and my consistency better. Like, I would say, like, I have 5 tracks I've done where, like, I'm in the top, like, 10,000. Like, I'm under 10,000. But, like, you know, that's nothing to brag about. Alright. Well, we're just gonna pass him. No damage, no damage. That's alright, that's alright. We're gonna get better. You know, that's the thing. you're gonna start out on things. You're gonna be bad at them at first. Maybe not bad, but you're not gonna be where you want to be. And sometimes you just gotta be able to tell yourself, hey, I'm not gonna be there just yet, but I will be. But if you just, you know, overpressure yourself, you know, you're not gonna have the mental space to like be able to focus on it in a more productive manner. I feel like people are all about, you know, the grind, and it's good to work hard towards the things that you want, but you know, I also know a lot of people who are super hard on themselves about things, and it's like, you know, it's not things that are necessarily in their control. You know, like if you're in between a job maybe, or you're in school and you're trying to work at the same time, and it's like, you know, life's getting at you. There are just going to be those moments in time where you're waiting on something. You're waiting on a phone call. You're waiting a day or two for that person to get back with you, or, you know, waiting for that grade to come in. And you got to learn not to stress yourself out in those times. Find something productive to do, you know, because people tend to just, you know, spiral rabbit hole in their thoughts. I'm guilty of just charged, honestly. Oh! Jesus. Anyway. That's why I'm doing this, though. It's partially gonna, you know, help me get through some times right now, you know. We all go through stuff. Okay, I'm getting a little smooth with it. A little bit, just a little. Improving just a little. Whoa. I've used the older like gen Logitech wheels, and I will say, you know, on the older wheel I didn't like the rumble, partially because it was just from using it a lot and everything. It wasn't like, you know, retaining its quality as well, and I feel like it was because I was playing a lot of drifting games, and I didn't really have my settings right for like the first, I don't know, 5 months of owning it. But like it just started to, like, when it would turn certain ways and things like that, it would like feel janky. Like the gears were, you know, hitting one another. They weren't like meshing properly. And this feels a lot smoother, honestly. Not like a huge difference, but it does feel better. And I will say that the force feedback does feel better too. It's definitely enough there. Not like a true like motor one that you get from like Thrustmaster or anything like that, but you know, I am enjoying it. And I will say that the True Force, if y'all are curious, you don't have one, you're just like, well, what's the big deal? What's the difference? Honestly, one thing that I notice is it does like react to engine effects. Not like you feel the rumbling of your engine or anything, but like whenever you hit like a wrong gear or something like that, it lets you know in a very accurate way, I would say, as far as like what you could get through a wheel. But when it comes to like, for instance, an F1 with rumble strips, you know, it definitely feels like, oh hey, there's a rumble strip on my left side. And you know, when I watch the screen and like where the orange and white like change and compared to the bumping, it's honestly very accurate, or at least for me. You know, I can't speak for everybody's experience, but I can personally say that it's it's a joy when you get the right settings in there. I knew it. I hit that corner way too fast. Trying to catch up to Schumacher. I don't think that's possible this race. But definitely gonna get there. Alright, we've made it to the next cutscene. Yep, and here's where the car issues happen.
Okay, I'm afraid you're gonna have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sports Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sports.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid. Good job you got me. All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here. It's in the bag, mate. All okay, Aiden? Yeah, how's Devon doing? Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team. Good for him.
Alright. Well, looks like we're gonna have to finish the race, I think anyway.
Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Oh no. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data any time you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before. It's not a setup issue. The problem is
Jackson. That was the problem with the 2022 season. I was getting one. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, I guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. For that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Well, alright, that looks like the end of the first chapter, I think, at least. So, I know, bit of unprofessional video, first video, but I hope y'all enjoyed, you know, spread a little love, maybe give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm going to try my best to learn some better editing. I don't know how this video is going to come out, but, you know, we're going to learn as we go, and maybe y'all join me for the ride. So, I hope y'all enjoyed, and bye-bye!